I think it's starting. Hello, hello, YouTube land. Let's see here. I'm just looking. Oh, YouTube land. Okay, be quiet. There we go. Hi. Hi, Matt. Look, I did this by myself. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys, as you can see, Charles is not here. Where did he go? He's on his way. He's coming. Yeah. Sorry. So I'm like working on, I'm so not techie. This is not my thing. So I'm just sharing this link. How's everybody? How is your Wednesday? It is so rainy here. I don't even know how many inches we got today. It's crazy. Okay. There we go. There we go. I can see you. You can see me, I think. Hopefully your Wednesday has been good. Mine has been spent literally on the couch listing eBay all day long, which is good. It's really good. I'm getting back up into my higher numbers, which is, I could definitely tell when I haven't been consistent with my listings, things go downhill quick. So yeah. Hello from New Hampshire. Sorry, I'm going to sing at you guys tonight. Okay. Oh, my knee is feeling good. Who is this? Key Lime Kisses. I don't know who you are. Put your name in there. My knee is good. I'm walking up actual stairs, one at a time instead of like one leg and then the same leg on the same stair. So I'm getting better, and it's so inconvenient. It's having the almost 3-year-old and a business to run that's so inconvenient about all of this. So Gina. Yeah, so it's just it's annoying, but it's getting much better. So I'm grateful. Thankfully, it wasn't a long recovery time. It was just you know, letting the muscles and ligaments like heal, but nothing tore. So I won't be doing dancing for a while. So yeah, anyway, what do you guys want to talk about? I have like nothing on the agenda. I kind of just spent the day listing my eBay stuff and realizing how behind I am, which I'm kicking myself for. It's tough to stay on top of everything, but I'm realizing like absolutely I, at minimum, have to get 20 listings up a day. So that's my goal. I hit it on Monday. I hit it last night. I was up kind of late last night. I'm almost there this evening. I had my eBay helper come in, help me. So before today, oh, it's so exciting. So before today, I had shelves of bins, and each bin had the alphabet, but it wasn't just like A was one box, B was one box. It was like A through D was a box, and then E through G, and then it just on and on and on. So when I was looking for inventory based on the brand name of the clothing, I was looking through like between 3 and 5 bins for one item. And so, that was getting old really quick. So yeah, I definitely loving the new system. It is 1 letter per bin. It will take me no time at all to pull. We've just been like hammering down on our time management. That's huge right now, especially we've hired another, so we had a employee that came, and she just helped photograph eBay for me, which was great. But we've since hired another person, and she comes and helps with Amazon stuff. She mostly helps Charles, but she'll help me sometimes. But I've realized that now that I'm hiring and paying someone else to do my work for me, I'm way more diligent at time management because I want to get the most work I can for the money that I'm paying these people. So it means having better systems, more automated, and like the bin thing. So now instead of me having to pull everything all the time because I'm the only one who knows where anything is, everything is clearly labeled, and our employees could just literally go over, open a bin, and find exactly what they're looking for and ship it for me, and I don't have to do anything. So yay, that's what I did today. Yeah. Going back to my knee, I was told by my orthopedic doctor to just work it. Oh, sorry, I kicked you guys. Sorry. Just to work it really like normal, walk on it. He wanted me on a stationary bike like basically the next day. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. He just said like using it is the best rehabilitation, and so no knee brace. I do lots of stretching, and Charles has some kind of weird muscle rub. I've been putting that on there. Maybe it's helping. I don't know. So anyway, let's see. I think, oh, I can scroll like that. Sweet. See, I'm not techie. It's a miracle. Is the sound good? By the way, I should have checked that before, but hopefully the sound is good. Somebody would have yelled at me by now, right? So how many times are you guys getting out a week to source? Because I will tell you that Charles and I have been at home sourcing on our computers a ton, but my eBay inventory is suffering definitely because I haven't been out in the thrift stores or the bins getting my stuff. So it's not good right now, but it will be better. I think I'm going to go out on Friday. My knee feels a lot better. So yeah, hopefully. Hello from Winnipeg. Dun, 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 Nebraska. Let's see. How long did it take you guys to get to the point you had a steady income? Charles tells this story better than I do, but basically, like, he started the business, the Amazon side of it, in November, and I quit my job 4.5-ish months later. So we didn't do it the smart way. We had a little bit in savings, and we knew that we could live on that. And then we were just rolling everything back into Amazon to feed the beast, you know, to buy more inventory and send it back in. I think that the rule of thumb is that you should have 6 months of living expenses saved up so that, you know, if you don't make a lot of money right away to support yourself, then you're not totally screwed. We did not do that, but I don't recommend it. With that being said, though, there's just a certain amount of risk you're going to take in this business, or really any business. You know, we're making a certain amount per month with each outlet right now, with eBay and with Amazon. Charles does a little bit of health coaching on the side, so we're making a certain amount with each one we know we can rely on. I mean, I hope that is helpful to you, but when we knew that we could pay our bills and still roll money back into Amazon is when I quit my job. So it's work. It's so much work. There's no way around that. There's just no way. So we're gonna like talk about Charles while he's not here. Does Charles ever slack? He actually doesn't. He's pretty hardworking. He's always busy. He just got, I'm gonna mess this up. Destiny, does that sound right? Xbox One Destiny game. And I think he's played it like 3 times in the last 3 weeks or something, and not for very long. He just doesn't have a lot of downtime. So when he has an opportunity to play video games for like 2 hours, then I totally think he should, because everybody has to do something that they enjoy to unplug and stop their brains from running 100 miles an hour, especially when you're thinking about all of these things kind of going on lifetime, you know, like Amazon is always live. You're always needing to be bringing in products to send back in, or, you know, you're selling things, or eBay you're selling and have to think about the things that you're going to do the next day. So there's always something on your mind. So I always advocate just taking care of yourself for sure. So yeah, he slacks a little bit, but not really. Good seeing you have a husband. Yeah, right. So having a massage therapist for a husband is like having a mechanic for a husband. So like, what's the thing that people always say that mechanics always have just broken down cars in their driveway because they don't want to fix their own cars? That's, I'm not going to say I never get a massage, but I never get a massage. But I never ask either, so yep. Bum, ba, bum, bum. How important is TA? Hopefully you guys are using different methods to source. We love TA. We use it every single day. I think Charles spent like 40 minutes on it this morning. It's huge, especially for websites that are, you know, like there was a website this morning that had a big sale, and so Charles just scanned the whole website. So yeah, TA is giant. We use that all the time. There's a link through our FBA Rockstars group for, I think it's either a 7 or 10 day trial. And then also an affiliate link with us. If you choose to support us, we thank you for it. You don't have to, but it's a link through the group. But you can't just get the 10-day trial to check it out. It's pretty cool. I will tell you, for me, it was overwhelming at first. There's a lot of pieces to TA. I had Charles just, actually Charles and AJ, our friend AJ, taught it to me. I didn't look at any of the recordings, so I don't know how good they are. I'm sure you can use them to, you know, as the learning curve, you know, as your learning curve. But it's, there's a lot of buttons to click and things, just parameters to make sure that are clicked before you start sourcing, so that when you are getting leads back, you're not getting junk or things that you would never buy. So, you know, you put in your ROI, you put in the categories you want to source. There's a lot of other, the ranks that you want to stay under. I think that you can exclude brands. I'm not sure on that. Anyway, TA is awesome. We use it often. How often? Did everyone watch Stranger Things? Because I love it. I was freaking out. I watched the first season when I was on our way to Miami. And then I watched the second season when I got home. So I binge watched 2 seasons back to back. It was awesome. Oh, I have to show you this. Oh, so Charles gets a loot crate every month. And this I might actually keep because it's super cool. And we have this like wall of not adult toys, but, you know, toys for adults. It still didn't come out very well. Anyway, look at this cute little 11. She's so cute. And her little ears are bleeding on the figurine. Anyway, she's adorable. And of course the Demogorgon. It's pretty cool. It's like a whole figurine. It's like it lays out like a square like this. Super cute. Anyway. So somebody said, Christopher, you're new to Amazon, having a hard time. You've been in eBay for 20 years. That's crazy. I can't even, like, we're only year 2 into this whole like reselling thing. So 20 years, that's amazing. I can't comprehend what eBay looked like 20 years ago, but that's cool. As far as the Amazon learning curve, I would tell you to just be super active in the groups on Facebook. There's tons of information. There's a lot of people who are very giving of their time and knowledge. Get involved in those groups for sure. There's conferences just for learning Amazon, that kind of thing. Depends on how much money you want to spend, but I would just spend a lot of time on the internet, on YouTube, on Facebook. Almost all of the information you need to know about Amazon is out there for free, totally for free. So also just check Amazon. They have all of their support is there. So I don't know. I don't know how long you've been on Amazon, so. We don't do pallets. Nope. How do you manage your money between what you keep for personal use and what you put back into the inventory? Basically, we live pretty simply. We do take vacations every once in a while, but then pretty much every dime that we don't need goes right back into our business. So I hear Charles. Yeah, basically, if we have all of our bills paid for that month, we're, especially right now for Q4, everything is going back into Amazon and eBay, but mostly Amazon. Just because you, I mean, if you have $1,000 that you need savings, you need some savings for, you know, if something comes up, you have some cushion. Your car breaks down, or you have a doctor bill, or, you know, whatever. But aside from your savings, whatever you're comfortable having in your savings, if you have an extra $1,000, that $1,000 is going to make you more money if you reinvest it into more product. It will make you no money sitting in your bank. That's the way we look at it. Okay. Couple question. We get these often. Do you think this would be much harder if you weren't a couple doing this together? I think that it would be manageable if Charles was just doing Amazon and like I was working, or I was just doing eBay and he was at a corporate job or something. We have our roles split up so well right now that like I could not run Amazon by myself. Maybe I could, but it would suffer. And he could probably pick up eBay, but again, it would suffer. I think that we work really well together. It's always nice to have the support, but you can do it. And there's so many people who do it by themselves. There's tons of people who do this by themselves with a 40-hour-a-week or more job, and then this on the side. So it's totally doable. It's nice to have support for sure. And it's especially nice to have support from your spouse. Hi, spouse.
What's up?
You almost like crashed.
I almost biffed it. My poor shelf. What are we doing?
We're talking.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I've been on the road all day, guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
You look tired.
I got stuck in like 45 minutes of traffic. So my apologies for being late.
Yeah.
I'm here.
We were talking about if this would be harder without me.
I don't even know where to start with that.
What were you going to say?
I wouldn't know what to do with myself. That's what I was going to say. No, legit, like, whether it's a spouse, a business partner, an accountability partner, success partner, whatever, like,
Yeah.
your other half, like, you lean on each other. So if, like, Trista, for some reason, is, like, out of the picture, we just, like, let's just hypothetically say something happens and we split, and all of a sudden I'm like, shit, I got to do this by myself. Like, sure, we can figure it out, but it's going to be way harder.
Yeah.
That sounded horrible, I know.
I feel like I'm not.
That's a compliment.
What does that mean?
That's a compliment. Sure. I can't do this without you. Like,
yeah.
You can, but you know what I mean, though. Like, it would be way harder because we are in a position where communication is key, guys. Like, especially when you work with a spouse, business partners in general. Communication is key. And when you start to delegate, like, who does what, and you have those roles identified, like, it makes things so much easier.
Yeah.
Like, remember those first few months when we tried to, like, just come out here and, like, wing it, like, figure out what needs to be done, and we were like,
oh my gosh,
colliding and arguing all the time.
We fought so much. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, you know what? I suck at eBay. You're really good at it. Why don't you do the eBay stuff?
Yeah.
I'll be your helper.
Yeah.
And then I'll do Amazon and you'll be my helper on Amazon. Like,
sure.
Because we defined those roles, that helped out a ton.
But you can do this on your own. If your spouse is unsupportive or just indifferent, right?
Stubborn. It's a good word.
If your spouse is unsupportive or, you know, whatever you want to do is fine, honey. Just get somebody who also does this to push each other. Like, hey, how many times did you go sourcing this week? Or have you been working your TA? Or, you know, like, just like Charles said, having an accountability partner. We huge. Often check each other. I'm always like, hey, what are you doing right now? Mostly
you did that earlier.
I did. I was like, hey.
This morning, I spent like a good hour doing online arbitrage this morning, and she didn't know what I was doing. And she saw I was just lollygagging on my computer. And so she came over after like 45 minutes. She's like, what are you doing right now? With the tone of like, shouldn't you be doing something productive?
He was like typing pretty vigorously. I thought for sure he was working, but I was just checking. I just want to know what you were doing.
She popped over like, what you doing?
Hey, what you doing?
But yeah, accountability partners, whether it's a spouse or not, like, man, get somebody who can keep you in check, because it's easy to start scrolling through Facebook or not doing stuff you're supposed to be doing. There's a quote that I like, which is, do what you need to do first before you do what you want to do. Like, I'm a gamer at heart. I freaking love video games.
Is it Destiny?
Destiny 2.
Oh, I got it right. We were already talking about video gaming.
Were we?
Well, they wanted to know if you Slack. And I said, almost never. You like have a 2-hour window once a week that you play video games.
Yeah, and it's weird because I come from a background, like most of you guys probably don't know. I need to do like you know what we should do? Would you guys like to see an episode of my history and how I got to where I am now and where I came from, and then an episode on Trista? Like, I think that'd be pretty cool. So I came from...
We were like super boring.
We are boring. People keep watching for some reason, though.
But like our background is pretty boring.
Yeah, I came from a background of, I was literally addicted.
Oh yeah.
Any WoW players, World of Warcraft? So I played WoW for 2 years, and during that time frame, I put on like 60 pounds, and I would play and it wasn't just WoW; it was any Xbox game. Like Halo had.
You were on WoW for.
I was on WoW for hours, and then after I got kind of bored with that, it would be Halo 2 or like Call of Duty just came out.
It's basically a miracle we're together.
It's true. Like, she was there throughout the whole process, which is amazing.
Because I'm not a gamer. I don't enjoy it. He tried to teach me how to play Halo once. And
you did the thing where you're pointing up like, I don't know why I can't go.
I was playing Halo for about 7 minutes, and I threw the control. I don't have anger issues, but I threw the controller because I was just like walking into a wall, and he's like, turn around.
You had like intense gamer rage.
I was really
for
upset.
Like a half hour.
And I told him I would never play again, and I haven't.
And you haven't. You haven't touched a controller since that day. That was like 8 years ago, too. So that's where I come from, is like hardcore gamer. I used to play 10 hours every night, like non-negotiables, 10 hours every night. So now for me to sit down and play a video game for an hour straight, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's legit hard for me to play a game. Even though I love it, it's my way of unplugging my brain, because we all have those outlets. Like, you're more Netflix. Like you'll binge watch. Like Stranger Things has been her big one. Yeah. So you love like just unplugging with Netflix. I have a hard time sitting through a movie. Yeah. And so mine is like video games. But even with video games now, it's like if I'm playing for an hour straight, I catch myself like, oh, I gotta check on my Facebook groups. I gotta check my YouTube comments. Like I start catching myself doing that. Yeah, definitely. Video games was a big part of my past. Man, you guys have been chatting.
We've been chatty.
That's awesome.
Matt, you were right. He did get me a massage on the cruise, but he didn't give me a massage, and that everyone was, well, not everyone. Somebody asked if I get massages.
I always give the reply because everyone, you probably told them I've been doing massage for a while.
I'm sure people just know about it.
So I've been licensed as a massage therapist for 10 years. That was my first career I ever started. So it's funny because everyone always says the same thing when they find out I'm an LMT, is what that's called, licensed massage therapist. When they find out I'm an LMT, they're like, oh my gosh, your wife is so lucky. And it sucks because I always give the reply of, you ever hear the term that mechanics have the
I just gave that example. That is hilarious.
So yeah, it's true. Like
totally.
After doing 6 or 7 massages at my job, I love you, but the last thing I'd want to do is like more work. It's like you in the medical field.
Yeah, I don't want to come home and.
She worked full time in the wound care facility, so it's like you going to work for 12 hours, coming home like, ooh, babe, I got this open wound. I need you to like pack and look at.
Yeah.
It's just funny how that works.
Okay, so Matt, our employee's going well. She's doing a good job.
Actually, I just text her. We're gonna set her on. You guys get to see behind the scenes of like us actually talking.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other all day.
I'm gonna set her on Tuesdays and Fridays, like set schedule.
Nice.
And she'll be afternoons.
Sweet. So, clothing items that you can't read the tag. I just had one of these today, and I thought it was a brand that I knew. And then when I looked at I was like going through the bins. I was like, oh, I know what this is. Threw it in my cart. And then when I got home and my eBay helper photographed it for me, and then I'm looking at the photographs and I can't figure it out. So you can do a couple things. Google image search, which I couldn't find it on that, which is super frustrating. Another thing is just reaching out to other resellers who might have sold the same thing. There's a couple of eBay. Hey.
Here, now we're centered.
There's a couple of eBay clothing only Facebook groups, and so I ended up posting it in that. We'll see if I get anything. My theory, though, is that if I can't figure it out, no one can help me or figure it out either. It's probably just, what are you doing?
I'm getting this thing centered, girl. It's her first time doing a solo.
I know. At least it's working, though, right?
Awesome.
Anyway, if I can't figure it out, it's probably just not a good enough brand to waste too much more time with. I bought this really awesome jacket once at Goodwill, and I thought it was a really high-end brand. I can't even remember what it was called. It was some weird bomber jacket, and it was men's. It looked like it was really high-end. I got it home. I researched for days. I'd like spend an hour, couldn't find it. Spend another half hour, couldn't find it. I eventually just took it back because if you can't find it on the World Wide Web, it's probably not. You know, maybe it's worth something, but I can't figure it out. So
at least it wasn't a fake Coach.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a fake Coach.
We still need to take that back. What's Ross's return policy?
I think it's 2 weeks for a large electronics. I know.
I'm coming up on 2 weeks.
Well, you better get on it.
I'll take that back tomorrow.
This is all you.
What? Chris Myers, for a large electronics item, Amazon wants me to send the single unit to another warehouse. Can I prep the box with the ASIN label and shipping label on the outside of the box? I would not recommend that at all. Here's what you do. It doesn't matter how large it is. Like, you don't want your UPS shipping label on the actual item box, which I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Let me reread that. Can I prep the box? Okay, the box. So correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but I'm assuming you mean put your label on the box itself. I would not recommend that because you don't want your customer to receive it with labels all over it. So what you do is you just literally create your own mummy box, a Franken box, a custom box, whatever you want to call it. I've shipped in I've done a vacuum cleaner, and I had the same issue. I wasn't sure if I was able to just send it as is, and I had to create a long custom box. And so I took multiple pieces of cardboard, taped them all together. You guys, your boxes that get sent into Amazon FBA. Now, this is not eBay. eBay, you want pretty looking boxes. Like, that's something she drilled me on when I first started learning. Because I'm used to Amazon FBA. When you create a shipment to send into Amazon, you can beat the shit out of those boxes. It does not matter what they look like. We've sent in crap in diaper boxes and beat up mummy boxes. It doesn't matter what they look like.
Because it's just the Amazon warehouse.
Because it's just getting to Amazon's warehouse.
Probably if it has like dirt on it or like actual garbage, please don't send it in. We don't advocate that at all.
So, but you,
like,
yeah, it doesn't matter how you get your product to Amazon. Just make sure that you put a separate box like over it. So that's what I would definitely recommend.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
The only way that you would do that, we did that once for Christmas trees.
Oh,
was it the Christmas
trees
that we did that?
Yes.
Because they're giant and you can't money box these things.
Yeah, that was like, if it's ginormous, then yeah, we did that. Because the Christmas trees were different. They came in their own like mini box.
Yeah.
It was a weird setup.
Right.
But for your typical like large, if we're talking like large electronics item, yeah, just put a mummy box around it, just for protection, if anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, girl, you got some comments going on this.
We've been busy. I told you.
Yeah, if you guys have questions, drop them in the chat. We'll make sure you get answered.
Go back up. I just want to see.
How bad does it get after Q4 started selling this August? Bobby, what do you mean by how bad does it get after Q4?
Maybe like after the high
drop that happens?
Yeah.
Here's Q4, guys. A lot of people don't understand. I'm going to do a video. I should do that tomorrow, actually. I'll do a video. Hold me to it. I'll do a video for you guys by the end of tomorrow night, and it will be our Q4 tips. Let's just title it that.
Yeah.
Like our best tips for Q4. So tip number 1 is understand the fact that our Q4 in the online industry does not end on Christmas.
Isn't that bonkers?
It blew my mind. Yeah, blew my mind the first year that we did this, because most retailers in person, Walmart, Target, Kohl's, etc., this, like, once Christmas is done, like the peak of their season is pretty much over. Sure, they have gift cards and that kind of stuff coming in throughout January, but it's not that high a volume at all. Us, on the other hand, because Amazon has literally millions of dollars being given out as gifts and gift cards, January is just as good, sometimes even better than December can be. So that's tip number 1, is you need to push hard throughout all of January too. Now, once January ends and February, March gets here, depending what you're selling, because some people, they continue to grow all year long. But for the general average person, you will see a small sales drop. That's where you just, one, learn to go with the trends, because then you have Valentine's Day coming up and you have all these little mini holidays leading into spring, and you start getting into spring items and summer items and that kind of stuff. So as long as you're really focusing on like that seasonal spike, you should see some nice spikes throughout the whole year, because that's what we started doing this year.
So don't sell candy canes all year long?
Candy canes do.
Do they?
Yeah, shocking.
No
I didn't
way.
know that until a couple weeks ago.
Huh.
Certain items will sell all year. Candy canes do online, just because you can't get them in stores during the year. So you have to go
Good to know.
So you guys see what I mean there? Like, you start to, it's all practice. Like,
go hoard all of the candy canes.
I know, right? So you start to like learn the ins and outs of the online selling world. It's just all practice. Like, there's no, like, we love to do videos and all that kind of stuff for you guys and give you guys some insider from our experience. But
I totally just learned something. I didn't even I didn't know that at all. That's crazy. Wait. So
wait, did I go past one?
Christopher has been doing eBay for 20 years.
Damn.
I know.
Dude, that's awesome.
But Chris, I was reading your comments and you said that you suck at Amazon.
They're two different worlds.
So like what's your pain point? Like what's the big problem with Amazon? I want to know. Maybe we can help you. Yeah, and that question goes for anyone watching. Like if you, and this doesn't have to be live either, if you're watching the recording right now, if you haven't sent in your first shipment or you're still brand new and I've only sent in a few, like what's your biggest pain point? And comment below. That way we're able to kind of swing back through and comment and try to help you out with that. So yeah, Amazon, eBay are two totally different animals. Completely different. I was just telling them like I couldn't, like I would have no idea. I could run TA, but it would just be like random buttons. I wouldn't know what to do. Yeah, especially when you get in softwares like tactical arbitrage, it's got a learning curve. So if you just jump into it like, hey, I'm ready to, there's buttons and filters and stuff like. I'm so sorry. I'm scrolling because like sometimes the YouTube, like the comments go fast and I don't even know what's going on. Let's see. Is it pouring buckets out there? It sounds so icky. We live near Portland, Oregon, and our rainy season is officially here. It's pretty bad out there. I can't play. I'm too business-minded. Can't waste time. That's what I see. Yeah, no, Christopher, I'm with you. That's why I have a hard time sitting down for more than an hour to play any video game right now. Even like Destiny 2 is my jam right now. And after that 1 hour mark, I'm like, business. Like it's really tough, which is a good thing because I never want to get sucked back into the gaming world as much as I was. That was just a bad spot. I don't think I could let that happen. I don't think our toddler would let that happen. No, there's no way. Why did we stop doing pallets? I want to address that because we transitioned into selling new condition items. Yeah. 100%. Like that's the only reason. I still like. I really want to try a pallet for eBay. Yeah, we were thinking about doing that. I would like to try that. But for Amazon, you guys keep in mind, a lot of people don't look at the timestamps that I did the first videos. Those were 2 years ago almost. Yeah. Like this December will be 2 years. Things change, especially with Amazon. Things change every month. So 2 years ago when I was doing pallets and you guys saw those unboxing videos, there were no restrictions. Like Amazon was super laid back on all their policies. Now a lot of stuff is restricted. They don't like liquidation being sold on their platform. Now I know there's gonna be some people that's like, well, Chaz, I still sell liquidation. Like that's great. Do what is under your risk tolerance. But for us on Amazon, I prefer to sell new condition items. Yeah. Some pallet companies do new condition items like Miami Lots. I still use those guys every now and then because they do sell shelf pulls and overstock, which are new. But yeah, you do have to kind of pick and choose your battles with that. Yeah. I do want to try an eBay pallet though. Yeah, we've been thinking about that. So we're moving. Can we tell them? No, we can't tell anybody yet. To be continued. Okay. Answer the book question. Dang it. Right there in the top. Give me a couple weeks. I'll break the news. Merchant selling books. Best advice. Merchant selling? I don't sell merchant books, so I don't know. You guys like we're FBA books. We're straight shooters. We won't ever like try to BS our way around an answer. I have never merchant filled a book, so I don't know. I just know that okay, here's what I can tell you. Merchant filled books, because books are heavier, especially for their size. Books are the heaviest thing that you'll send in under that size. FBA fees will be much more. That's why a lot of people do merchant filling books, because it's lower in the fees. But the downfall with merchant anything is you have to do the shipping, you have to do the customer service. If there's any returns or issues, that's on you. So this is why we do 100% FBA, because I get to send my stuff into them. We get a discount through the shipping with UPS and FedEx, and Amazon does the rest. And typically Prime customers will pay more for an item, especially books. There's actually a method called Amazon to Amazon flips, and I'm not going to get into details on, there's a specific way to do it. So if you need help doing it, message me, I can help you out. But you can buy
books, for example, this is where eFlip comes from. If you guys are not familiar with eFlip, look it up. It's in the description of these videos, and you can actually get a 10-day, 7, 10, crap. It's a 7, or I don't remember. It's a 7 or a 10-day free trial if you go efliprockstars.com. And so this teaches you, it's a software that Caleb Roth came up with, which is genius. You can buy merchant filled books for, you know, $5-10, and you can send them back in under your Amazon account and sell them on Prime FBA for $10 or $20 more. So there's
sometimes more than that.
Yeah, way more. So there's some really good Amazon flip methods doing that.
Yep.
But as far as like tips and advice, I've done maybe 3 merchant filled purchases. None were books.
And they didn't turn out very well.
No, 2 of them I'll never do again.
Yeah, we won't ship to Canada. We got hosed.
Oh man, that was bad.
Yeah, we got hosed.
After Q4, I'll share what that story
was. Let's see. Yeah, you guys, there's a bunch of stuff coming down the pike, I guess, with eBay. They've changed a lot of stuff. They're upgrading or updating their systems. So there's just like, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I haven't tried the image search on eBay, but I've heard also that it's not very good yet. And I think that they're just working kinks out. It's so super normal for any like new launch, right?
Yeah, any software or website in general, if you make any changes, has some glitches. But you guys stop and think about how massive, how simply massive the eBay platform is.
Yeah.
For them to implement any changes, like, it's going to take time. There's going to be glitches. It's going to be slow, whatever. You just roll with the punches. Give it time.
Yep.
Patience.
Patience.
Did you show them this?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't watch Stranger Things, so when I got this, I was like, what is it? Cindy's Amazon, when you create a shipment, it will tell you how much things will cost to send them and where to send them. Yep. Typically, depending how much, the more you send in at one time, the more that it weighs pounds-wise, the cheaper it is. You can send in like a 50-pound box of stuff. You can send in for about $20 to $25. Mm-hmm. It's usually about 40 to 50 cents a pound. Again, if you send in more, it's going to be less, especially if you do what's called LTL. I mean, Eddie, for example, massive wholesale business. This guy has his shipping down to like 5 or 10 cents a pound. It's insane. But if you only send in one item, you're going to pay over $1 a pound. So it's good to find that sweet spot of how many pounds to send in. For Amazon or for eBay, I'm assuming this is for eBay. How do you handle shipping? You pay or buyer pay? Why? For most everything, we include free shipping, and we'll, either adjust the price, or if the shipping is like $2 or $3, we'll just eat it. And it depends on the margins. Like if I'm only making $10, I'll just bump that up to $13 and then include the free shipping. Free shipping, if you offer free shipping, it qualifies you for the fast and free or whatever that's called on eBay. So if people only want to pay for the item and not the shipping, which doesn't make sense, you're still paying the same amount, but in people's heads they don't want to pay shipping. I don't know. I blame Amazon. They spoiled everyone. So yeah, I usually just roll all of that in and offer free shipping, and I do a 2-day handling time for now, just because my knee, to be honest. I haven't gone back to 1 day yet. We'll see. I haven't really noticed any changes, so yeah. Any drops in sales? No, we're doing really well. Q4 is here. It's not even actually here. It's like almost here. It's only October 8th, right? So Q4 doesn't start for another 2.5, 3 weeks, technically. So weird. What are you doing? You guys want to be on the vlog? We're doing really well with sales. Episode number 2, dropping next week. Say what up. Did anyone catch the vlog that we put up? How'd you guys like that? We've done a lot of like tutorial style videos and like informative stuff, and we had so many people that kept wanting to see like a vlog like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start doing one a week. But if you guys don't like them, I don't want to do them. Like, we want to make sure we're putting out content you guys are actually gonna watch.
It does take a while to create those things, so for sure.
They gave me permission to hire a video editor, though.
I did. Chris wants to know, I'm really discouraged on the RA side of things. A lot of my focus, for those who don't know, RA is retail arbitrage. A lot of my focus has been in books and find myself getting overwhelmed when trying to source RA. Seems like a lot of upfront capital. Can you answer to that?
I'm trying to source RA.
We don't source RA books very much anymore. We use eFlip.
Yeah, eFlip is probably my primary when I do books. I mean, Amazon in general, it requires capital up front. So you've got to find what's your sweet spot with your cash flow, because I think the biggest issue we've made was, you know, all your capital gets put into things up front, and then you're sitting around twiddling your thumbs because you're broke and you have no more cash to put into stuff.
Right.
So you have to find your sweet spot. It's different for everybody, but find your sweet spot for fast selling items. I used to be in such a mindset of, you know what, I can hold out for 2 more months and get $10 more, but I learned like it's not worth it. Like, I'd rather flip my stuff quick and make a few bucks and just keep having that cash flow, because I learned real quick in this game that, well, not real quick, it took me a year of falling on my ass, but after a year of struggling, I figured out, oh, the faster I can get my cash back, the faster I can put it into more inventory, the faster I'm going to scale. And that's what happened really the last like 3 months for us. We started scaling, was because we started switching up our methods.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're looking at.
Yep. Matt, yes, I'm planning the Rockstars conference right now. I'm trying to find venues. If anyone is an event coordinator, can you please talk to me? I'm feeling a little over my head right now. Like, I don't even.
So if you don't know, we have it. So we're going to do we should drop the video, what, Friday?
Yeah.
Let's record tomorrow and drop it Friday. So I'll have the editor fix it all up.
Yeah, we're working on the city, but we want to do a Rockstars conference. It will be a sellers conference. You're going to learn a lot about Amazon and eBay, but you're also going to learn a ton about other outlets, other ways to make money, other side hustles, right?
Yeah. So we're going to title this the Side Hustle Pros Conference, because we want to help you optimize your current side hustle and maybe learn about more. Like, I want to learn more about crypto and Airbnb, so we're going to get speakers to talk about those. So it's gonna be really fun.
It's gonna be cool.
We're gonna do the official announcement on Friday, and of course, you know, we're gonna give some people sneak peeks. So if you guys, because you're taking time to watch this live and watch this video, if you want to be one of the first ones to get the early bird pricing, because we're gonna have an early bird conference ticket. We don't even know yet. We're trying to keep it as cost friendly as we can. But we'll have an early bird price, and then after January it will jump up to like the middle price, and then after, what was it, March? Because we're doing it in May.
Yeah,
so after
we're
March,
trying to do it in May. I can't tell you that that's definitely.
So after March it will jump up again. So if you guys want the first dibs on a conference ticket at the cheapest price, the early bird price, you need to message me. And that has to happen like now before Friday, so I can put you on our email list that's only for the early birds. So I'll send you an email with a link that you can go ahead and purchase. You don't need to purchase right now. We're going to make the announcement on Friday, so it'll be later on next week after that, something like that. But if you guys at least want to put your name down and say, yes, I want more information, I'm interested for the early bird, please message me. You can email me at fbarockstars@gmail.com. Message me on Facebook, Instagram.
I'm so excited.
Oh, like, so pumped.
My head is blowing up because I've got so many ideas, so many things I want to do, so many things we've talked about. Yeah, we're working on the venue. That's the most important thing right now. We probably should be able to meet. Yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be good. So again, if you guys want information, you want the early bird details, you need to message me so I can put you on that email list.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know who eats candy canes year round. Crazy people.
I would.
I don't like candy canes.
I love candy canes.
I don't like eggnog either, though.
You know what I like more than candy canes? Peppermint schnapps.
Yeah.
Peppermint schnapps is delicious.
Yeah.
I have to settle for Captain Morgan tonight.
Okay, we need more clarification than talk about books. I don't know what you want to know about books.
I read books, and I also sell them.
I listen to books now. I love Audible. I didn't think I'd like it, but I'm addicted now.
I've got like 9 credits.
I know. I'm using them.
Does anyone know if you can gift Audible credits? Maybe I'll give some away.
Hey, those are mine.
You're not gonna listen to 9 books.
Maybe not, but
how long does it take to go through a book, like on audio?
On an Audible book, like less than 5 hours.
Oh, never mind. You could probably bust through 9 pretty quick.
Yeah. Started TA. Need to spend more time on videos. It's a beast. I'm like, my head spins, but. Actually, he's really good at it.
I've gotten pretty good with it now because I've sat down every day for like 2 months and used it. I found what it was I told you earlier. I had 5 massage clients I just got back from. I worked on. I told Trista before I left, like, I kind of don't want to go work on those clients because I found so much stuff with TA this morning. I literally could have sat around for those 5 hours and just ordered all day. I would have ran out of money, but I could have ordered all day. Yeah, I've been finding some good stuff. But once you get it, again, it's practice. Just like anything.
I really like that you guys are like building relationships in this chat. I hope you guys talk more. You should.
That's awesome.
We just use our Seller Central
Sellers app.
Our Sellers app on our iPhones. We use Scoutify sometimes for books and
for shoes and clothing.
I haven't been doing shoes a lot, but
not too much.
Books though, for sure.
Yeah, shoes and clothing because for some reason, nobody knows why, the Amazon Sellers app will not show rank for shoes and clothing. So any third-party one will. I love this. Somebody just emailed us. You guys probably heard that. Somebody just emailed us to get on that early bird special. That's awesome. So again, you guys email us fbarockstars@gmail.com and just say Andrea's in. Love it. Yeah, if you guys want details on early bird pricing, just shoot me a message.
That's so exciting.
Right now, we're looking at May. We don't have a date, but we're looking at May, depending on what the venue is. And we're looking at New Orleans.
That's the plan.
That's as of right now.
That could change, but that's the plan. Yeah.
So that's what we're looking for. But yeah, if any of you are event planners or know of an event planner,
I need help.
some ideas to bounce off would be nice.
I need help.
It's a lot to tackle.
Special places in Amazon, you read up on changes.
Is there a special place? Yeah, there's when you first log into Seller Central, if you just scroll down in the middle, there's like a little news section. That usually gives you all the important updates.
If it's really important, they'll email you. There was just an email like a few weeks ago about new sellers and toys. Oh yeah,
I did a video on that.
Yeah, so like if it's a
freaking out,
if it's a big deal, Amazon
losing their minds.
Will email you.
They were losing
it. They were losing it.
And I love how Amazon, in every email they send you, it always says what's the title they use that always freaks me out? It's like important information regarding your seller's account. Like
it's almost as good as a letter from the IRS.
Why do you have to title it that way?
Okay. So Christopher, go look at doing a very first shipment. Look on our on our YouTube channel. You'll scroll all the way down to the bottom of our Amazon, eBay videos. It'll be in 2015. 15.
Yeah.
December 2015. Maybe January you made those videos.
I love you. Do you want a super easy way to do it? Just go to YouTube and type in Amazon FBA shipment.
Told you I don't
I'll
do
be
this.
one of the first videos up there.
Charles breaks it down to a like 1, 2, 3 step process. He screen shares everything. It should be a little easier. Hopefully that helps. Don't do what I tell you to do.
It's not true. I have to do what you tell me to do every day.
That's true. And you're alive. You're here.
That's true.
You smell pretty good.
Still breathing.
Yep. Let's see. We don't sell on Amazon UK. We're still like mastering the wheelhouses we're in right now. But we've talked about it. It's something that definitely we want to get into. We're just not there yet.
Yep. I wish I had the unlimited drink card. Oh man. That unlimited drink card was amazing. Christopher Jensen sold 400 fingerlings.
Oh my Lord.
That's insane, man.
That's crazy.
Monkeys.
How much profit do you have to make on an item that's worth getting resale? Okay, that's a good question. How much profit do you have to make on an item to consider it worth getting to resell? It depends on the platform. For eBay, I just shared this last week. I like to 5 times my money. So if I buy something for $1,
depends what your buy cost is, though.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's my rule of thumb. It bends a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
and for those who don't know, she does a lot of bins, so
yeah.
she pays like 50 cents an item.
Right.
So that's why.
But like, if I pay $10 at Goodwill, I want to make $50 because with free shipping,
as like a sale price.
Yeah, because I include shipping.
Mm-hmm.
eBay has a 3% fee, and then PayPal has a 10%. Or I'm getting it backwards. It's 13% altogether.
She does have legit dyslexia.
I do have dyslexia. So eBay and Amazon, or eBay and PayPal together, it's a 13% fee for, whatever you're selling. I like to 5 times my money. It makes it safe for me. Again, that bends. If I notice that something sells really quickly, and I could double my money in like a week or less, I'll buy it. But if I'm going to hang on to it for a month, I want to see a bigger margin there. So I
do a little bit of the opposite because I'm more of an Amazon mindset.
Right.
The faster it I always say sales.
Sales? Like as in the boat?
The boat.
The boat that sails
The
away.
faster it sells, the lower the ROI I'll go. So I've taken if I buy something for $10, I'll go as low as a $2 profit, which is 20%.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go as low as $2 if I know it's going to sell like the day it checks in based on the sales history and the rank. Now, obviously, I love to flip big stuff too. So I'll go buy camcorders for $50 that sell for $200.
Yeah.
Right. But my sweet spot lately is about 30 to 40%. If I spend $10, I want to at least profit $3 or $4. And that is for faster selling items. So that's been kind of my wheelhouse for the last couple months. And I think that's really helped out with our overall.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to buy stuff that you're going to be sitting on for a long, long time either, unless you're going to see huge margin. Like we've bought textbooks for $1, knowing that they had a rank of 1 million, but it was $1, And
1 million is not even that bad.
And 1 million is really not even that bad in books.
My big book one was I bought a book from Goodwill for $6.99. I spent $7. It had a rank of 7 million. Everyone would have told me just like, oh, it's not worth it. But I bought it anyways because Amazon was selling it for $3.99. It was selling for $400. May have even been $5. I priced it at $1.99 and I left it. It sold a year later, but I made like $160 profit.
Yeah.
just by spending $7 and letting it sit.
Yeah.
I paid storage fees, so it probably ended up being like a $20 or $30 book. But even so, like spent $30 and I made $150. Like I'm good with that.
Yeah. So you have to decide what you're comfortable with, but and like it does flex, but those are the guidelines we stick to.
Yeah. You guys don't feel like you have to be in one of those categories because it's the premise of, do you want to do a fast nickel or a slow dime? Like you don't have to do just one. Do a combo of both, so you get the best of both worlds.
Oh no!
Oh, jump to the bottom
again. I do this all the time. Eggnog is not amazing. I don't like it. There's something about eggs and milk. I don't like it.
Remember that time? So we met at Quiznos when we both worked at Quiznos like forever ago.
This is how boring our background is.
It's true. Everyone's like, how'd you guys meet? Making sandwiches. So we remember that shift we did where we polled customers after we checked them out and said, do you like eggnog? And we kept a tally.
We took a tally all day.
It must have been like 40 or 50 people we kept a tally on.
It was so fun to ask the customers. Like we'd ring them up, like I'd ring them up and take their money and then just be like, okay, thanks for coming in, or whatever we said we had to say. And then by chance, do you like eggnog or dislike? And then we'd mark it, and they'd like leave and be like, "That was weird."
Yeah, because we had a bet going on. She hates eggnog, and I love it, so we had a bet going on. That was fun.
I'm gonna
pass that part a little bit.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Okay, I finally got back. We try to stay in sync so that we can answer everyone's questions, so we don't miss people, but.
P.S. Captain Morgan Cannon Blast is delicious. First time I've had that.
How long? Okay, just started FBA. How long did it take for you to start seeing sales roll in?
For FBA,
we cheated. We started in Q4.
Yeah. So here, when I sent in that first shipment,
if you're just starting, then you're kind of in that same boat that we were in.
My first shipment was, what's today? 8th? I'm going to celebrate. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm going to celebrate. So in, what would that be, 9 days, I sent in my first shipment November 17th, 2015. So we're almost at the exact 2-year mark. My first sale was November 24th. Was it 24th? Was Thanksgiving?
Something like that. Yeah, it's usually
it sold on Thanksgiving Day was my first sale. So really, it was like, I think it was the day my first box checked in, and it was an Avengers puzzle from Dollar Tree.
Okay. Is it Deef TV? I don't know. Why are books so popular to see? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, sell.
Sell. Books are popular to sell because there's lots of them. They're cheap, and they're you can scan hundreds at a time.
Chris said that returns are ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
Have we had this problem with it? We haven't had that many book returns.
Oh, like okay. I thought you meant like ROI returns.
Maybe that's what he's talking about.
On books, I think it's different for everybody. Yeah. I personally haven't seen a lot at all of returns on the books.
Oh, he's saying the returns are ridiculous, as in like you can buy a book for $1 and sell it for $100.
Oh yeah.
Like the ROI margins are huge.
Yeah, ROI is
a lot of work.
Insane on them, but they are work because some of them are just dirty. You have to clean them up a little bit. You have to really watch your books. Have a special way to condition them on your condition guidelines, so make sure you read through that if you haven't. But once you get your process down, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we know so many people do so well on books.
Yeah. Matt, you've done everything. You're like, Matt owns a brewery.
Matt is
He's
just
a
like
bouncer.
If you look up side hustle in the dictionary, like it's just Matt sitting there.
It's just Matt, like, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt's amazing. Got to hang out with him in the friggin' Caribbean Ocean.
All trades.
It was amazing.
We're not doing Las Vegas.
I am.
No. Like as far as our conference goes.
Oh no, I'll be in AS. I'll be at AS. I don't know if you're going. We haven't talked about.
We haven't really talked about ASD yet.
I'm for sure going to be in ASD in March in Vegas. Not because I mean it's like a high-end flea market. Like there's not a ton to buy. I mean, now that I'm doing eBay, I might look at it differently. I don't know.
Yeah.
We might find some good vendors out of it. But I'm going to go for networking. So we're going to host like an official Rockstars meetup.
Yeah.
Because we did that last year. We booked this huge fancy room, and we had like 80 people show up. It was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to do that again in March.
There's a lot of conferences hosted in Vegas, and we just kind of wanted to mix it up. And
also I hate Vegas.
I actually hate Vegas.
Once you go the first time, it's fun. But man, we had in my fitness company I was with, they had it there for 3 years in a row, and I'm out. I'm Vegased out because I don't go to clubs.
I don't like the cigarette smell. Like really bugs me. Like I can't breathe. I feel awful.
It's not my cup of tea anymore.
It's not our thing.
It was fun to see the hotels, but
yeah, I think that's what we like usually do is just end up walking around the hotels, which is fun.
I like the fact I can drink margaritas on the street too. That's nice.
Dun, 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 dun.
Smoky Blizzard. I just bought eggnog last night. It's so good. I drink it straight from the carton. Me too.
Blech.
No glass needed.
Somebody else was talking about this a couple days ago. Personal eBay account versus a professional account or a business eBay store. So like you can have a free eBay account and just sell things, or you can upgrade to a store. The perks on that are that they do give you price cuts for listing fees. And if you do the math, like for us, it just made sense. We were already paying a lot in listing fees, and with the discount, it just made sense to get the store.
Plus, you get they give you credit towards supplies, right?
Yeah, they give you a coupon quarterly to buy shipping supplies. So we buy eBay tape, so that's nice. And they have like special branded like eBay boxes and poly bags and stuff.
And don't they let you customize how your storefront looks?
Yeah, so your storefront will look a little more
This is how much I do
professional.
eBay, guys. Like, I still ask her every day, how do you do this?
It basically asks you about
how do you do this?
So you can put things in a category for your eBay store. So like I have women's clothes, and then they're split up into sizes. Kids, home goods. I have a category called man cave. So anything that Charles buys that I'm like, what the hell is this? I put it in the man cave.
I didn't even know that was
we bought all of these beer tap pools at a garage sale. Like how many? Like 30 of them?
No, I got 45 of them.
Yeah,
for
it was a lot.
20. No, was it $30?
It was cheap, but anyway, so like just those. You can set it up so that your store has categories. So if someone's just looking for a specific thing, they can find it easily. I mean, there's some good things about the store, definitely. I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Some of these like these one-liners, I'm like, I don't know what this is referring to. Matt, if you want to help me with this, I'll message you tonight. I'll tell you what I'm up to. You're probably going to shake your head and be like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what you're doing, you crazy girl.
Oh, and then this one. Why does Amazon take half of your money sometimes when selling stuff? Here's why.
Can I tell them about the thing I scanned? And I was like, this is ridiculous.
What was it you scanned?
I was scanning cereal.
Oh, yeah.
And they took it was like an $8 box of cereal, and they took $5 in fees.
And that was a prime example. So Amazon FBA is higher in fees. Here's why. You are paying them to handle all the shipping. You're tapping into their customer base with their Prime accounts, and they will handle all customer service, the billing, all of it. So it's like having a full-time employee that's going to do all this for you versus you having to store everything at your house, possibly have to pay for a storage unit or a warehouse, and then ship it all yourself. So you're saving time and you're saving money in the long run. And with that, like the box of cereal, do you want to plug this in? I just saw it.
Oh.
We're at 9%.
We're going to die.
So with Amazon's fees, try not to sell anything for under $10. I actually have like a $12 rule. Like I don't like to go below $12 because Amazon's going to take a big chunk out of that. So try to keep your average sale price above $12 if you can. That's going to save you. And then also the heavier and the wider, like the longer, the bigger the item, the more they're going to take out of it because it's oversized. But the one thing I tell people is like, you cannot complain about Amazon's fees because they are doing so much more than what a full-time employee might do for you. If you have to merchant fill all that stuff. So I personally, I pay those fees happily because
the customer service alone.
Oh yeah, for
not
me, not
having to talk to customers,
to not have to deal with messages every day and all that, like
we'll give them all of our money.
I'll pay for it. That's my 2 cents. Hey Jay, text me.
Hold it before the heat and humidity strike. I don't know when that happens in New Orleans, so I guess I need to do more research. See, I told you, I don't do this stuff. Okay, here's a TA question.
Boom.
When using TA, what categories do you search?
All of them.
All of them.
Like legit, if it's a category that I sell in, I'm approved for, I'll scan them all because you never know. Like I think here's a thing I discovered about myself early on. I tend to want to source the products that I personally like. Okay, shoes and electronics. And then all of a sudden one day I realized like, oh, there's a shit ton of stuff I can sell in home and kitchen. So I'm going to start buying home and kitchen stuff. And then we started selling that stuff. And then I started looking at books. And then I started looking at, now we're in grocery. Like, if you don't limit yourself by trying to just look at items you like, and that goes for retail arbitrage specifically, because if you go into a retail store, you naturally will gravitate towards the clearance section first because you think that's the cheapest price. And then second, you will gravitate towards what you think is going to sell, right? So if you're walking down a toy aisle, you can't just judge a book by its cover and try to say, well, I don't think that one would sell that well. I'm going to scan this one because it looks cool. I like this toy. Like, you have to literally scan everything. I can tell you from experience that some of the best selling stuff on Amazon that you'll find is going to be boring, and it's going to be stuff that you would have just passed over in the store. So if I can give you one tangible tip to take home and like get to work on, if you're using TA, which is tactical arbitrage, it's a software, if you don't know, that will scan websites for you and come out with potential leads. Or if you're in a retail store, I challenge you to actually scan everything. Don't go into Walmart, go in there for 2 hours and come out like, I didn't find a single thing. Like, really? I was in a Walmart for an hour today and found a bunch of stuff. Because I go down the aisle and I scan every boring thing you can think of. It's not simple.
Fun. We're not going to tell you this is fun. It's boring. It's work.
Because that's something I used to do. I used to only scan the stuff that I thought would be good or I like.
Right.
And I found out real quick, like, a lot of the stuff is going to sell that I don't like or I know nothing about.
Right.
So you start learning the different ways of doing that. But yeah, as far as what I scan on TA, obviously being Q4, I'm going heavier on the toys and electronic side. But man, scan everything if you can.
For sure. We work weird hours. I think that's just true for any entrepreneur or anyone that wants to work for themselves. Like, buddy, you're gonna work weird hours because things are always moving. Like for TA, you're gonna have to let it marinate for a few hours. Hi.
Can you say hi to the YouTubes?
No.
Like your raincoat.
Hey, bud. What is that? Is that a candies?
Look, you're on the screen.
Hi.
Hi. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Say, go scan stuff.
Go there stuff.
Say, scan all of it.
Scan all of it.
All of
Scan
it.
all of it.
Scan all of it.
You're funny today.
I'm funny.
Okay. That's our cue that we're almost done, you guys. Let's see. Let's answer a few more questions.
Go back up.
Sorry.
Thank you, Thomas. 63 watching and only 22 likes.
What?
Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Let's get some likes going on.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see.
I wonder how many people are drinking eggnog watching this. It's going to turn into a thing.
Let's see. Just pour some eggnog. Maybe I'll try it again. Maybe I'm missing out.
When was the last time you had eggnog? It's been years.
I don't know.
Because we're old.
I don't know.
We've been together for like 1,000 years now.
Let's see. Sorry, we're going through comments. Okay, we did. Okay. Let's see. Sorry.
I like Christopher's answer. Whatever makes me money.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You guys are talking about auctions with St. Vinny's. I don't know. We've never checked that out here. We should, but.
Ooh, did you get Lisa's text today?
Yeah, I did.
Did you make it over? No.
Our St. Vincent de Paul down the street was having 75% off. But I'm so behind on listing. I decided to stay home and list.
Killed it the last time they did that. She came home with bags of stuff.
I bought $100 worth of stuff. I mean, like I spent $100 on $400 worth of items at a thrift store.
That's the load you got all the shoes at,
yeah,
right?
I bought so much stuff. Anyway. Let's see. When do you LLC? We're not typically going to give out tax information. Like
I give out zero tax information because it varies state by state, sometimes even county by county. So I have to say, talk to your CPA. It's going to be different for everybody. What we do is totally different than what other people will do, vice versa. Tax advice is the one thing you'll see people talk about it in a general sense, but you're not going to find like these in-depth conversations going on about tax and the online selling world because it's so different. So you just have to find a local CPA that's going to be able to help you out with that.
Yeah.
In general, though, LLC is just limiting your liability. So, I mean, you can start that anytime.
Yeah. This one, I have no idea. That's all you.
Can you talk about having more than one brand or seller name? Should I sell my books under a different name to my kitchen items? Is this possible? I want to do RAOA in a few books since getting TA. Honestly, you have zero need for a second account just for doing one in kitchen, one account for electronics, one account for clothing. Like, I don't think anyone's going to recommend that because it's pointless. You don't need it. The time that we only have one account that we put everything under because we only do RA and OA. Now, once we get into PL, then I would consider opening up a second account just for the PL. So the times that you see people opening second, third, and fourth accounts are typically one for PL, one for wholesale, one for RAOA. That's like the general thing that people will do. Now, some people do it per category, and that's completely up to you, but it's just extra work. In my opinion, you have to bounce back and forth between accounts. So at least based on what we're doing, if you're just doing RAOA, I don't see a need for it. Unless if you're in like another option is if you're in a business partnership with somebody where it's like 50-50, you work on one account together, then have a separate account if you can. Yeah. But if it's just you hammering out your own stuff with RAOA, I honestly don't see a need for two accounts.
Yeah. Last question. Is tactical arbitrage worth the expense?
Only if you are going to use it and actually like learn it. I think too many people, because I felt this way in the beginning, I was overwhelmed with it. Too many people start tactical arbitrage and they like kind of try to learn it, but then after a couple weeks or their free trial is up, they're like, this sucks. It's hard. I don't want to learn it. And then they go prancing their mouth around saying tactical arbitrage was overwhelming. It's not worth it.
Prancing their mouth.
Prancing their mouth around. Put that on a merch shirt.
I wish you wouldn't prance your mouth so much.
I'm going to say it the next time Titus gets mouthy, I'm going to tell him that.
Don't prance your mouth.
Stop prancing your mouth.
That's so funny.
But you know what I mean, though? Like,
Sorry.
if you're going to do tactical arbitrage, if you're going to do anything in your business, like, take the time to watch the videos, take the time to practice with it, and take the time to learn it. It will be worth it. This morning, I found probably $500 worth of profit. Just because I've been using the shit out of it every day for 2 months.
Yeah, he's been like
every day. Like, every day.
Every day.
Well, Chaz, what about Sundays? Every day.
Every day.
Every freaking day I've been using that. So that's practice, 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 practice. That's how you get better at anything in business.
Every day I'm hustling.
I love it. That's
a really old song.
That should be our intro to the show. Every day I'm hustling. You guys know what I mean, though? Sorry if I just got fired up.
You went on a little tangent.
I get on tangents because I get, like, it's not that I don't have any patience or tolerance. Like, I get it 100%, but I have a big issue because I used to be the biggest person that would not follow through with anything. I used to be the biggest quitter of anything I'd ever started. So now that I'm on the other side where I have self-discipline and I follow through with my word, I have a big issue when people say, well, tactical arbitrage wasn't worth it. And the first question is, did you practice with it? And not just for trying it out for a few days. Like, you have to practice, 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 practice to make it better.
The 10-day free trial isn't enough time to practice.
I mean, it can be, like,
I don't think.
If you really sat down every day and, like, watched videos on it and then practiced.
You have to be, like, crazy diligent.
You have to be diligent.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
We've made too much money for it to not be worth it at this point.
For sure. Okay, you guys, we have to go. Make sure you like our video. Thank you guys so much for being in the live chat. We actually had really great questions today.
Yeah,
everyone was really involved. Thank you to all of the people, especially who were also answering questions as we were going along. Chris and other Chris, Matt. You guys are awesome. Stay tuned for our conference information. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah.
I can't wait. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
If you did not know, we do behind the scenes documenting on good old Instagram. So just follow Side Hustle Pros, where we're doing a lot of content back there. Stay tuned for Monday. We'll be dropping episode number 2 of this vlog here, where we're also documenting behind the scenes. If you have any requests for videos for us to make, not just these live chats, but like actual videos, like training videos, we are now like in full-on recording mode. So I'm taking time and recording a buttload of videos for you guys. You should see my whiteboard I've got back here. I've got a big whiteboard. It's just like videos. So I'm going to start hammering through those, getting those off to my editor so we can get those done. But aside from that, thank you guys so much.
Thanks
if you are not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We appreciate you guys. And if you got any value out of this, if you can just share this video, that would be much appreciated.
For sure.
And of course, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email us, message us. We're getting better at hitting our inbox every day and helping you guys out more. But aside from that, peace out, crew.
Peace. We'll see you next. We'll be back Tuesday, right?
Next Tuesday.
Yeah.
We'll see you then.
Yay.
Have a good night.